Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. And good morning, Sandra.
Good morning, Dan. Do I start the clock? Because we're
Start the
still
clock.
professionals.
But you don't
Start.
need to say that you start the clock.
Ah,
Just start the clock.
oh, but you didn't say to me that we didn't agree on this. Okay, it's on. Hey, Dan, what did you do last week? What happened?
Yes.
7
So,
days. You made an app.
yes. I don't know what I've been doing. It was a Friday, and I was working on something, and I was like, screw this. I can't do this anymore. I closed down the laptop, and then I think, I want to build something fun, something new. I want to enjoy building something. And I've always looked at people doing things with AI and being like, oh, I've made the whole thing and it was so fast and I didn't code one line and look at what I've made, and I couldn't really believe it because I've used AI every now and then and it kind of gets some things right, but then at some point you're fighting it. And I want to try it for myself, like in a proper context. So I did that. And I built this app because I was salty at Tony Din. You know why?
Tell us.
So Tony Din, he makes this GitHub README file with a long list of deals. And he made it in the wrong time zone, or I was sleeping, or I don't know what I was doing. So by the time I see this, it already has like 200,000 views and I don't know how many hundred apps. And then at the bottom of all of this, there's me. And I'm just thinking, wouldn't it be fun that I build my own thing like this and I'll be at the top and I can pull it off, right? Right?
For sure. Of
Yeah.
course. Why
Yeah.
would you be the least one?
Yeah, exactly. So I started building it, but I didn't really think I can because I'm skeptical about AI and everything. But it turns out in 3 hours, and I think one of which was changing the music because I don't have Spotify anymore. I just have a record player. I deployed something like with the domain, with the whole thing, and I was not that sure I will continue with this even. I was just wanting to try AI. But I was so motivated because I deployed this thing that I wanted to make it a real project, a big thing. And it is. Like it's getting thousands of page views and there's almost 200 apps added to this list, which is completely crazy. And every single day I've built something for it. So it got from a very basic, file on GitHub. Okay, I got to show you.
Yeah.
Okay, because you were doing Slush and stuff, weren't you?
Yeah, I was at Slush listening all the startups changing the world. So I love to be back in reality.
So it's like a really long document like this with all the different types of apps, okay? And then when you go in, you see the app and then you see the deal. And then this is a long list. So I take this list, but there's a twist because there are a couple of people that do this. I take this and through AI automation and pure brilliance, just this one line, this is all you put in, okay? This is just these 3 things. I take it and I make an entire website. So let's take Bolt AI. Not Bolt AI. Typing Mind. Let's take Bolt AI because I really like Daniel's app. I take your logo, I take your image, I make this beautiful page, I get your app details, I put you in categories, I recommend stuff to you, okay? And then I make, these kind of things where you go to AI tools and then you see your app. It's beautiful. I really love how this turned out. And it's all automatic and it's all like super simple to
One
add
question.
things.
Next to these developer tools, you have a number. What this number means?
How many apps there are in there. So they're like, by popularity, they're the most apps are under developer tools. Yeah. So there's 47 developer tools in here.
Oh, that's pretty cool. This is so useful. And this is a perfect timing, by the way.
Yeah. And I kept going with it and it's getting so many visits. I went on Reddit, Sandra. I told you. I even went on Reddit.
You did a good job.
I did a good job. And then I was, okay, let me make bundles with stuff. because there's some really cool apps here and I want to highlight them. So I did best AI and then, best apps overall, best developer tools, best Mac apps. And these like get rotated. And there's marketing apps as well. There's a typefully discount.
So you didn't stop once you build with AI, you just continue. You continue building on top of it. Do you think it was the hardest part to start?
Yes. The hardest part was I was not really, I didn't think it will get to this, but once it was deployed, I got super motivated and then couldn't stop building it. So, and I get, I did, and I just do them. Like, for example, John Rush submitted the longest list. He basically doubled the number of apps on the site. So I just made a bundle for him and I called it the John Rush Extravaganza. And this is all his apps. And then it has discounts on everything.
Perfect.
And then the Morning Maker Show members also have their own bundle.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Look, screenshot one, buy that one. It's a good app. Yeah, so I kept going and I'm doing a lot of SEO as well, and I'm building links for this. So it's not only that you get some sales, but you get some backlinks as well, and you get discovered. And I'm going to continue to market this, and I'm going to buy a ton of the apps in here. So if you didn't submit, I'm so happy with how this is going. It's super huge. It's getting thousands and thousands of views, and just to give something back, I will buy 10 apps from here. I don't know which. They all look super cool. There's like also courses and stuff. There's like, okay, I need to show you.
How many tools exactly there is now?
Almost 200.
OMG.
Wait. Learning. Okay, these, someone added these. So complete drawing. Okay, so complete figure drawing course. Okay.
Oh.
Draw amazing portraits and people without memorizing muscle names. Anybody can draw. It's oh my god, I want to try. I think I'll get like some of these drawing courses and stuff. Isn't this the coolest? Like, okay, the apps are also really cool. Yeah. So
submitting process, is it long?
Yeah, so it works like this. You press on this submit thing and you go here. Okay, and there's this pen. You go in the pen, you find you need to kind of find your category.
Yeah.
And then you take one line. So let's take this line and you put my app, my discount, whatever, And then that's it. Okay, and you commit. That's it.
Whoa.
That's it. So this is like the beauty of this is that it's open source, which means like it's getting stars and forks, and it has a network effect. So I'm doing my own marketing on X, on Blue Sky.
Don't tell me yet.
Blue Sky. But also GitHub is a social network of sorts. So, when you go to your homepage.
GitHub is a great channel. It was one of the first channels for Clue.
Wait, I don't know how to get to the homepage. I was going to show you the best point ever. Okay, so there's a homepage. So when you open it, you see, this person forked this thing. You see, this is trending. This is recommended. This is starred. Like every time you get a star, every one of their followers gets, to see these updates. So even though if it was just on GitHub, like that's why there's some other GitHub ones, because these actually have pretty good reach. But you also get this automatic website that has a pretty good reach as well, and the SEO for it, and it's just so beautiful. Like the way it's coming together. As far as I know, there's no one else that does this. There's no one else that takes this one line here. Like there's others that do this one line, but no one else is making like a whole product page and website for it,
Yeah. But at Slush, I was listening to New Notion's CRO, and before she went to Notion, she was at GitHub. And she was saying that one of the biggest growth for GitHub...
What kind of circles are you rolling in? I mean...
What can I tell you?
Excuse me.
And one thing that she said was... she was giving a speech and then you could have a private sessions with her. Okay, we went over 10 minutes, but just to end this...
You don't need to put the sound on the alarm.
Otherwise, we don't know. We can just continue for hours. But what she was saying is that the biggest growth for GitHub and Notion was community-based approach.
Yeah.
So I don't think we see GitHub as this marketing channel, but it actually is.
Yes, it's the main thing. And I think the really beautiful part about this is that the community that posts apps is also interested in these other apps. So we're all also supporting each other besides wanting to make sales. Because, so for example, Typing Mind, I use it. Bolt AI, I use it. Typefully, I use it. You know, like all of these apps, I look at them and I think these are really cool and they're part of my everyday workflow. And everyone else in the community probably has some overlap where they're thinking, actually, my app, you know, I'll post it and it's probably relevant to a lot of people, but I'm interested in the discounts as well. So it's such a beautiful arrangement of community and the network effects of both GitHub and X and Blue Sky, and it's all. I haven't had a launch like I don't know if you launched anything new and you can go viral. I didn't go viral with anything because I don't know how to do that anymore because now I have to talk about politics to do it. But even if you go viral, you maybe get you launch on product content, it goes very well. What do you get? 1,000 unique visits in your tracking, roughly. You get more.
Let's say on average,
On average, 1,000, right? So I got more thousands than that, and it was purely by this network effect and by the community. So one thing, I'm going to do a speech, okay?
Yeah.
One thing is embed yourself in the community. Be part of it because that's the best way to reach people. A lot of people tell me, I don't have followers, I don't know how to. Be part of a community and be genuine in that community and really care about it. Because I really care about these apps. I use them every day. So making a bundle with the best apps is very easy for me because I know these apps. I've paid for them even, you know. And the other thing is ship something today. Like seriously, ship something today. Sit down, see it as a fun exploration activity and put it out there and deploy it. And show it to someone, show it to this community, because as soon as the first person says, hey, this looks pretty interesting, how do I do this, how do I do that, you're on fire, you're unstoppable. You're gonna ship every single day from then. Even if you didn't have the motivation, now you got it. Now you're gonna ship. Now you're gonna, please people, don't go. We have more topics.
Okay,
Don't
you
go.
have motivated me.